Hi, welcome to Market Matters. I'm Jonathan Gan together with Sulhi Azman and Nadia Hassan, where we pull together the highlights for you on what happened today on the roller coaster ride that is Bursa Malaysia. So it seems we ended on a low note today, Sulhi. What do you feel about what happened?
Well, the market continued to be under pressure today with the local market bleeding red. Now, the question is, when will the turbulence stop? I mean, how low can the market go?
Perhaps Nadia has more insights on that.
Share us some light, Nadia.
Yes, of course, John. Basically, it was a very uneven week for the Bourse. You saw some good days, you saw some bad days. In the end, we still closed below 1,006. 1,589.1 is the magic number. Oil, actually, also after a few good days, saw some slip today. Today, guys, let me tell you, you guys want to be on your phones around 10 o'clock because it's going to be US farm roll pay data. Non-farm roll, sorry. Non-farm roll pay data. So basically, they're going to see whether or not people are getting paid more for their jobs. You know why this is important? Because this is the last unemployment figures, payroll figures, before the Fed meets on September 17th to decide whether or not to actually cut back on the QE. So the thing is, 3 months ago, people would have told you, yeah, certainty, she'll do it, she'll do it. But now with China and everything, it's very, very tough to say whether or not they continue. So, Marc Faber actually was around today. Yeah, so he was Mr. Doom, Gloom and Report. He is not as bullish on oil or China. In fact, he certainly says he doesn't even believe China's numbers or the sanctity of those numbers. He says the emerging market still has potential as long as there is, and I'll quote Miss Universe on this, world peace. As long as there's world peace, apparently emerging markets haven't lost their luster for him.
Well, of course, the luster is always there for the emerging markets. Nadia, do you have...
Really? After so much was pulled out, do you think so?
Well, we'll have to see.
Well, at least he's got some faith in it.
Yeah, true.
But anyway, just before we move on, our colleague Jacqueline Peng actually went to go see this event. So if you want to see her video, it's going to be up later. Back to you guys.
Great. So on to our hot stock of the day. We have a sizzling hot stock for you.
It is indeed.
Which is IFCA MSC. But the thing is that it changed, it stayed unchanged even after 91 million shares were traded today. So think about IFCA, it was once the darling of the stock market. Even Bloomberg has called it the best stock in the world. I mean, they were saying that it's a top traded stock that rose over 1,000%.
IFCA is a technical stock. It's very volatile, and it's highly sensitive to news. I mean, you look at the share price has tumbled down, right? Since what? Since middle of this year, and we are seeing. I mean, if you look at the earnings, earnings seems to be good, but the stock seems to be rebounding quite well.
Well, I mean. Sulhi, let me stop you there because I think on the news front, IFCA actually bought into this Indonesian company called PICI. They bought the company for 32 million, and PICI actually does consulting for development and engineering of computer software in line with the company's plans of actually moving into the Indonesian market. So the interesting thing that I felt about PICI is that they actually announced a profit guarantee of 4 million for 3 years to IFCA.
4 million. Can the company deliver during that period? What happens if they don't deliver?
Well, the thing is that I think that the confidence PICI brings to the table is that they are actually willing to go ahead with this and to say that and look, PICI actually has a very good track record as of its revenue as of the first half of 2015 was actually 62% in line and will be able to actually surpass its revenue for the previous year.
I mean, it's hard to dispute the fact that IFCA is actually one of the emerging stock, one of the darling stocks in the local bourse. If you look at the numbers, right, it seems to be doing quite well. They have a very good margins, but can they sustain that margin of more than 25% going forward? Competition is going to get really heated up there in the land where there's a lot of business going on. The second largest economy in Southeast Asia. In fact, the biggest, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think IFCA is well capitalized, primarily due to, of course, the population growth, and they are in very strong sectors. We see that the consulting that is done are in very hot sectors, in primarily the property and the industrial sectors.
But John, if you look at the first half numbers, right, CIMB analyst says that it is below expectations. As the annualized first half numbers make up 80% of the full year forecast. can IFCA continue the momentum?
Right. So I guess the takeaway that we basically have for this is that the short-term prospects of the stock actually seem pretty good in light of the expansion into Indo. So, but I think the volatility issues really concern you.
Definitely volatility, because you know why? Another listed company, MOL Global, controlled by Vincent Tan, the day when they announced the CFO resigned, for instance, the share price really went down. Deutsche Bank issued a very stern report on that. The same thing goes with IFCA MSC earlier.
Well, we have to take this offline, Max. Thanks a lot.